Well, it's Friday, and one of my favorite people is here, Crystal ZEIGLER, and she is with A Place to Call Home. She's an adoption specialist, and this morning, thank you so much for being here, we're talking about 15-year-old Gerald. Oh my goodness, he's adorable. Tell me about his personality, because he is looking for a forever home.
So he is super fun, he is super friendly, he has not met a stranger. He loves basketball, he's a Portland Trailblazers fan, and Damian Willard.
And he also goes by the nickname of LeBron, right?
Yes, he does. Because he says when he's on the court, it's nothing but the net.
Oh, I like his attitude. So what does he enjoy at school besides playing on the court?
He loves history. He's a big fan of his history teacher and of the subject. So he's a big history buff.
He's a good student.
Yeah,
yes. And I know you like to ask these kids, you know, what does your perfect day look like?
Yeah. And his is sleeping in, playing basketball, of course, and watching scary movies, and having, you know, his favorite restaurant is the Golden Corral.
Oh, nice. He sounds like a typical teenager.
Yeah. But the sleeping in part, I'm like, you know, they're in group homes and shelters, so they probably don't get to do that. So that's like a really big thing for him. It's something we take for granted.
He's looking for some stability, absolutely. So what kind of family is he looking for?
Yeah, he's looking for one that will communicate with him, help him go through the milestones, and let him have his dream pet, which is a chinchilla.
Oh, a chinchilla. Okay. Haven't heard that in a while. Well, let's talk about the fact that Gerald is 15 years old, and obviously there's a high need for foster and adoptive homes for kids Gerald's age, and that is because with older kids, you know, once they turn 18, they are out of the system, right?
Correct, yeah.
How does this impact their lives?
Yeah, so then they're on their own. So if, like Gerald, he's growing up in a group home or a shelter, he's in a very structured environment, and then all of a sudden, no one is helping him navigate his life. And he doesn't, you know, he's on his own. So
keep in mind that kids like Gerald, I mean, there are more than 50% of the 14,000 children in care who will age out of the system. So there is this great need for adoption and foster care for some of these older kids. There is a website that you folks have called azheartgallery.com.
Yeah.
What should people know about that?
Yeah, so the Arizona Heart Gallery is an amazing website that has pictures of children that are already severed. So they're already available for adoption. And they bring in professional photographers, they interview them, they get their hair done, and they get clothes on, and you just kind of get to know these kids. And so all of these children, the profiles that are featured on the Heart Gallery are the ones that were interviewed for them, you know, like what their likes and dislikes are and who they are. And they also have posters that go across the valley, so they're in art galleries and things like that, so people can see, like, here are the kids that are looking for a home.
So you can make that connection with them even before you meet them.
Right, so you can connect to them.
And I think a lot of people don't realize, too, that they can foster and adopt kids they're already interacting with, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Teachers, coworkers, mentors, coaches, yeah. And I think the thing with older children is people believe it's too late to make a difference, and it's never too late to make a difference.
What does the state cover when it comes to that?
Yeah, they cover insurance, they cover like sports games and things like that through a foster parent association. They cover dental, they help with tutoring and things like that. So
it's
services.
Not impossible financially to do
You
this.
get a subsidy. Once you adopt a child, you get a subsidy that's close to the reimbursement for foster care.
And Crystal knows what she's talking about because she's caring for a child right now. And I think that's just so wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. So what's the process? Like, what's involved?
So it's less than a semester of classes. So it's some classes, a home study, so kind of get in your business a little bit. Fingerprint background check, things like that. Minimal things like a fire extinguisher, smoke alarms, simple things. So
all the things you would want in your home anyway.
Yeah, an extra bed, you know, heart and a home.
A heart and a home, that's all it takes. Okay, one more time, it's tocallhome.com if you want more information. It's Gerald, he's 15 years old, one of many older kids looking for an adoptive or foster home right now. Crystal, thank you, and thanks for all you do.
Thanks, Catherine.
We'll be right back.